Hey, what's up, folks? Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm doing a long overdue review on Oklahoma Joe's Judge Barbecue. I've had this thing for 7 months now. I've done plenty of cooks on it. If any of you have seen my videos, if not, check them out. All right, so I still have the cover on it. You probably noticed. So I just thought I'd give my comment on that to start out. This is the Oklahoma Joe's branded cover for this. So far, I like it. Hasn't faded anything. It's heavy duty, so no complaints. But without further ado, let's see what we got. All right. So here's the Judge. If you're thinking about getting it, I'm going to try to hopefully cover everything I like and do not like about this. There are a couple negative things. But with that said, let's get into it. Start with the positive and just some basics about it. This thing is a... So here she is. This is the Judge after 7 months of rigorous cooking on it. Everything from hot and fast to slow and low. Does need a little bit of cleaning up, but I don't really care if my grills are a little dirty. That's kind of nature of the beast. But anyways, let's get started with this thing. This is Oklahoma Joe's largest charcoal grill offering. It's 30 by 18 as far as the cooking grill grate space, 220 pounds, so it is heavy duty. Everything about it is totally heavy duty. It feels like a Weber gas grill lid with just lifting this. Dual insulation on the dome, so it retains heat. One of the mods that I did, actually one of the only mods I did, was I put in a gasket just all the way around, sealed it up with some high temp sealant, and that's airtight, so it works perfect as a smoker for me. Anyways, it's got this pretty nice glow in the dark dial, so as it's sitting out here baking in the sun all day, when it's still smoking at nighttime, it glows off a pretty nice glow in the dark green, which looks cool, but it's also handy, so that's nice about that. It's got this nice stack, typical stack for a smoker. On the other side, if you come over here on the right hand side, it's got a damper. I don't know if the cameraman can get this with the shadows or not, but I did not put any gasket around this. I did on the Ramber. I'll get into that on my other video, but if you just tighten the screws, that'll tighten this up against the frame itself and make it airtight. So that said, just has this damper on the side, stacked on the top. Use those accordingly to control your airflow. Works great. I could really get this thing dialed in. Also has these two removable racks that if you need to save space or just don't like them, you can take them off. One trick I have, because this thing is 220 pounds, if you want to pull it around and tow it, just take this thing out, and then if you flip it in upside down like that, then you can lift this thing up and just pull it anywhere. Anybody can do it. And it came with several hooks as one dropped on the ground, so you could put your tools on there and hang them, which I never use those for, so that's the last one remaining out of many. Get this thing back on there. It's got the bottom rack. Do not keep plastic bags like this down there when you're actually cooking, because if this gets close to there, it will melt. It'll stick and melt, I know firsthand. I would remove all of this stuff out of here when I'm doing a cook. If it was split logs like that, you could get away with that with a low stack of logs. Another feature I like, just makes this grill cool, is this big charcoal area door here. It allows you to get in. I have the grate. Let me open this thing up. One of the features you can do, let me back out, close this thing up, is the charcoal. Let me move these grill grates out of here. But it comes with 4 charcoal grates and this tool that you use just like that to lift them up and out of the way. See if we can do that. Get them all here. And I don't know if you can see, but that's the charcoal basket. And let me get these grill grates out of here so I can show you. It's raisable, so you can take it by the handles here. That's one of the complaints I have about this. I wish there was an easier way to get this thing up and down, but if you angle these back and lower it down, you can either, when I'm cooking, I always have this down at the bottom, like that. So when you have this front door access open, if I'm doing a slow and low, where I have the charcoal on this side or the lump, love to use lump, try to stay away from the briquettes, but I have it banked off to one side, you know, you could open this up and just toss in a few more or whatever. So it works out well and it looks cool. It's totally heavy duty. I did not need to seal this with gasket at all. Just shut like that, no smoke comes out, so it's sufficient as it is. It does have this nice pull-out ashtray, which this is very heavy duty too, so when your charcoal basket, just give it a shake, all the ash drops down in the tray. Just pull it out, dump it, and you're good. Put it back in. So it's very convenient. This charcoal grill is very versatile, that's why I love it. You can do anything with it. And the fact that it's so heavy duty, 220 pounds, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to rust away. And that was something I was looking for when I bought this Joe. Let's see. This guy's back in here. So that said, with this charcoal basket, if you were doing like a steak or a Santa Maria style or something like that, you could kind of reverse it. You don't have the grill grate that goes up and down with the crank wheel, but you could raise your charcoal basket up to the cooking grate. And it's pretty easy, you know. I don't use it much, but if I did, you know, I'd look more like a pro and not a noob, bringing this thing up and down. But it's one of the cool features about it. So whichever way you want to cook, whatever your cooking style is, you can do it with this. One of the things I don't like, let's get into the things I don't like. I covered everything I pretty much do like about this Judge. It's heavy duty. It's got the front door access, you know, the big logo, the stainless, the cast iron cooking grates, the racks that are removable and heavy duty as well. It's all heavy duty. You know, stay cool handle, this rubber handle does stay cool. It's not your traditional stay cool style, but it works. And the glow in the dark thermometer. But the two things I don't really like about this is the welding job. You know, it was made in China, and since China took over manufacturing of Oklahoma Joe's grills, the manufacturing kind of went downhill. That said, just some of the welding wasn't lined up where it should be. Putting this thing together, I did do it all by myself. No problem, took like an hour and a half just doing it by myself. But if the parts lined it up better, you know, like here and here, you know, those are just a slight amount off, you know, and that just makes a difference when you're trying to get those screws in there, those bolts. And then another thing is I discovered a leak right down here. I haven't investigated it yet. It's an easy fix. I'll just find where it is and I'll seal it up with some gasket sealer and not worry about it. But it's a flaw because on my Oklahoma Joe Rambler right over here, I got a drip in the exact same spot on both of them. So I know it's a design flaw, but easy fix. I know that it's there, so I'll seal them up on both. Other than that, I don't really have anything else bad to say about it other than improve the welding a little bit, the welding spots with the alignments, and just make sure it's sealed up, you know, where it's supposed to be. But other than that, for the price of this thing, it's great. It's heavy duty. It's not going anywhere. Retains heat well. And you can pretty much do anything you want with it. So I hope I covered everything you were looking for in this review of the Judge. This is what it is again after 7 months. A lot of great features about it. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to you on that. Other than that, go out and get one of these. Thanks for tuning in to Gabagoo Barbecue. Later.